Some historical facts bear this morning, but you're welcome back. This is still TV3Newday. It's time now for sports. Thierry Nyan and Kelvin Owusu-Ansah are here, and there's a lot to talk about, especially the pending Black Stars game against South Africa later today. We're told 4 p.m. Hi, gentlemen.
Hi.
Everything okay?
Good.
Thierry, everything okay?
Do you like Tom Tom?
Yeah, thank you. I like it.
Yeah,
I like it. Thank you.
Edible.
How are you doing, though?
I'm good.
Very what?
Edible.
Shame on you.
Tom Tom.
Oh, excuse me. Anyway, you're on air, you know. Let's carry on. So the Black Stars are playing today.
Yeah.
Again, I was asking you if they even won the match earlier because I didn't know if they had won that match against what country did they play against? Ethiopia, exactly. I mean,
I understand because of the.
I was hoping to watch it.
Yeah,
and I couldn't find it anywhere.
But it's social media guru, so.
Yeah, even on social media, people weren't talking about who won and who lost.
It was about the performance.
It was about the performance. Yeah. So I was worried about that because I thought we had lost, which is why they were criticizing them. I said this earlier.
We managed to win, yeah.
We managed to win.
Well, I understand him when he says managed because of how the goal was scored. It wasn't a well-orchestrated goal, so you were looking at what could have happened if, you didn't have Wakasu striking the ball from 30 yards out.
Yeah.
It would have been a 0-0 game by now. And Siki Akona wouldn't have had anything to say because the only difference he's had so far is that Ghana had 3 points and we are sitting top of the group. But had that goal not gone in,
then it would.
And that was one of the things the Ethiopian coach was saying. For example, that we all know how the goal was scored. Had that goal not gone in, what would have been the story by now? So I think it's just some of these things that the Black Stars have to iron out. I had a few comments after the earlier discussion we had.
Oh, you
that
did?
I was being too harsh on the Black Stars, but the thing is, so they want balance, and it's okay to have the balance, but. Thing is, if they didn't play well, they didn't play well. So I think that's it.
Anyway, I'll leave you guys to do your thing as usual, and maybe I'll come back later.
By all means. So we are now delving straight into the thick of things, and the Black Stars of Ghana will face Bafana of South Africa at the FNB Stadium later today ahead of their World Cup qualifier match day 2 fixture. The West African powerhouse are on top of Group G following a narrow 1-0 win over Ethiopia in Cape Coast, with South Africa and Zimbabwe amassing a point as a result of their stalemate last Friday. So still on that particular game, Black Stars coach Siki Akona says he is confident Ghana will sustain the momentum when we meet the Bafana in the 2022 World Cup qualifier in South Africa. Although the Black Stars beat Ethiopia in their opener by a lone goal, the fans were not impressed by the performance in the Group G fixture on Friday.
Is that we have to be efficient against Ethiopia. We didn't excite you guys, but I said we were efficient because we won. As we stand now, we are on top. Okay, and so we're not going to allow influence of the pressure or whoever is making a comment, anything, to disturb us. Like I said, we are focused. We are here. We've seen South Africa against Zimbabwe. We have a strategy, and we believe that it will work. We believe that even if they change the style of play, we'll find an antidote to it, and we'll move out of this place with 3 points.
All right, now South Africa coach Hugo Broos has said that their clash with Ghana will be tough, but he is confident of a positive result. Bafana and the Black Stars face off this evening at the FNB Stadium, as I said earlier.
A level higher. It's tougher. We are focused, one, to build a team, but the other side, we are focused to the result. Everybody wanted to win, the players wanted to win. And then after the game, I will see, will I be satisfied or not? And about Ghana, every game is different. You can't look to the past. If you do that, you're lost from the beginning. Even when Ghana is a very strong team, we will have our chances. It's up to us to take the chances we get. When you want to be qualified, you have to win your home games and win once outside. If you can do that, you will be very, very close.
All right, so we are still on the internationals. We are still on that particular game between Ghana and South Africa. And now we are going to be crossing over to South Africa, where we'll be speaking to Thokozisi Nkonza of the Daily Sun Sports, journalist, who tells us what to expect from the Bafana team later this evening. Good morning, and you're welcome to New Day here on TV3, Thokozisi.
Good morning, my brother, and to your viewers at home.
Great. I hope I got the name right.
Yeah, you got it correct.
Oh, right. All right. So, first of all, what I want to understand is, so South Africa played under a new coach. What exactly has been the, the rave around him, and what are South Africans expecting going into the Ghana game?
Yeah, it's a new coach against Zimbabwe on Friday. He was on the bench, for the first time, Besides, we played COSAFA Cup. He was not available due to the coronavirus. He had to take the vaccines and all that. So now it was his first game. And first game, they say he also said that, we will be starting with a new team, a new youthful squad that, will have to take the country to the World Cup. And starting with the draw against Zimbabwe, to be honest, people, expected, maximum points, considering the fact that Zimbabwe did not have some of their key players, So a draw was a little disappointing, but we take it because there are still many games to come. And the coach has vowed that today, they will have to make sure to get the 3 points that will ensure that they stay in the race, for the qualifiers. Even though there are still about 5 games to be played, one can say it's still too early. But in football, it's never early. You need to collect those points while it's in the early games.
Okay, but also knowing that the Black Stars will lack some of the key players going into this particular game, is South Africa a happier side?
Not really, but that can work on our advantage. But we're not happy by that, because even with with Zimbabwe, they did not have all their players, but still we couldn't get maximum points. So now we're hoping that our players will perform, even though our star players, the likes of Pesita, were not at their best level on the day. We're hoping today they will pick up and take the advantage that Ghana does not have all the squad. And also it's our home game. We need to make sure that we make use of the home game, so that when we go away, we're not under pressure.
Okay, Nthokozisi, we definitely will catch up with you again going forward, and then we'll pick your thoughts on some more matters, especially after the game. Hope you have a great day, and I don't wish you the best of luck, but a great moment on the pitch when you have them. All right, sure. So away from there, we are now going to be looking at some more qualifiers, going forward, and of course, also reviewing what the weekend has been in the World Cup 2022, qualifiers on the African continent. I'm here with my colleague Kelvin Oswansa, who will be doing the conversation with me. Kelvin, good morning. Welcome.
Yeah, thanks. Yeah.
Great. So, your pick of all the games that were played on the continent for the qualifiers?
Well, I think yesterday was a very bright moment for Gabon. And
Yeah.
they really gave
Yeah.
Egypt a run for their money. Let's not forget Mohamed Salah was back into the team,
Yeah.
but they had to see Omar Gaba sent off early in the game. They conceded, but thanks to a late goal from Mohamed Mustafa, they settled for a 1-0 draw. Good for them. 4 points is good enough to keep them on top of the table now. Looking forward to the other matches. But I think what Gabon gave us yesterday, or showed promises of how brilliant they can be. They've forgotten about the big names that they had. Now it's just Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Even Lemina isn't an outright choice to start games. So I think that was the brightest game that I saw yesterday's game. I think I watched.
Yeah, and for now we are discussing the key games on the African continent concerning the qualifiers for the World Cup 2022, and what you just saw on the screen was Egypt against Gabon. The Kelvin was just talking about. Let's now look at Algeria thrashing Djibouti by 8 goals to 0. That's what you expect of a favourite against the minnow.
Well, certainly, and we've realized that Jamel Belmadi is not going to leave any stone unturned, and he's consistently said it about his team, even with his top players.
Yeah.
He sent out a warning that he's a winning coach, he has a winning mentality, he's not going to settle for any mediocre performance. And I think it's a statement to all the other teams playing this qualifiers and ahead of the African Nations Cup. You start on a good note, you whip up your confidence, and the 8-0 scoreline was just a perfect moment. You don't allow Djibouti to just mess up your party with the first game, and I think they started on the right note.
Yeah, and for Halil Hojic's, Morocco side as well.
Yeah,
they also won by 2-0, and you get the feeling all the favorites on the continent, seem to know how to win. And that's exactly what Morocco did.
Well, you must know how to win, and I think that just when things were getting tougher for him with regards to the big names, causing bits of problems for him, the likes of Hakim Ziyech and others, he realized that what he needed to do was to get the best results. And I think I like the way he's going about his duty, not just looking forward to the big names, allowing them to play, but forming a very solid unit. You could see that chemistry within the team. I would have wished for them to play yesterday's game against today's game against Guinea, but because of that political unrest, probably at a later date we would see how competitive or solid they can be against a stronger opponent.
All right, Nigeria won by 2-0. Cameroon also won by 2-0, but we are going to be looking at that game between Rwanda and Kenya. And you get the feeling on the African continent, the teams are now coming to the party. Everybody knows how to play football now. Rwanda drawing 1-1 with Kenya. Kenya are not exactly a powerhouse, but they have been the better side as compared to Rwanda. But modern football as it is, it's not exactly straight.
It's very good football. They have their club sides performing very well in Africa with APR, but they went dead for some years, and currently we are picking up the pieces. It's just lovely to see some of these minnows pick up, just like across Europe and across the world. You see some of these countries who are not rated picking up very good results. The promises of all those other players started dwindling. They've really found it very difficult to get a very good team, but we just hope that it picks up. But I'm really happy that Rwanda have started rising and claiming back their glory on the continent.
All right, now to that particular game that did not come on. Of course, we've been talking about the games that took place. But what about this one? In a bid to ensure the safety and security of players and all match officials, FIFA and CAF announced the postponement of the 2022 FIFA World Cup qualifying match between Guinea and Morocco, which was set to take place on Monday, September 6 in Guinea. Now, according to reports, hours of gunfire by units of the country's special forces outside the presidential palace was a coup attempt that has resulted in several casualties. Local sources, however, report that the Moroccan players are safe. So as it is now, no injuries or no casualties among the playing body or the entire football fraternity. Of course, you realize this decision needed to be taken. Considering what was happening.
You could see the players singing or roaring the national anthem. I think it's really positive when we see such interventions that the players are safe. Hopefully, we find a later day, but ask yourself in this loaded calendar, when is the match going to be fixed? Because it's too loaded ahead of the African Nations Cup and even the World Cup. The season is too jammed and packed.
Okay, so there's more on this particular story as we'll be getting that perspective from Tanu Diallo, a Guinean sports journalist.
Qualifier game between Guinea and Morocco was going to take place tomorrow here in Conakry. It won't happen because we just heard that CAF and FIFA had postponed that game. Now, the big issue is how to help Team Morocco get out of the country, because I've spoken to some people. They told me that actually they don't have a direct contact with the new leaders. So how to plan, how to help this this Morocco team get out of the country. It won't be easy. I don't expect it to happen today, maybe tomorrow. And at the same time, they have to go back to their clubs in Europe. So we are following the situation. We are monitoring everything. If you hear something new, we will let you know.
All right, so that is exactly what it is over there, the situation as it is there. But let me just run by you some of the other qualifiers that you should expect. There is Ivory Coast, Liberia against Central Africa. Guinea against Morocco has been postponed. Uganda against Mali would go on as planned. Benin against DR Congo, as well as Djibouti against Niger. These are the games we expect later today. But there was one other game that was supposed to happen. It actually started only for it to be called off because of some intervention by some health officials in Brazil. It was a game between Brazil and Argentina, for the same World Cup qualifier. It just didn't make sense how you knew these players were on the list. You didn't stop them before the game started. And then sometime, into the first half, you decided to stop them onto the pitch. And then all these players, or 4 players, they said, should not be on the pitch. And that's because they, play their football in England. All of these things just makes football and the whole politics around some of these decisions very murky. It doesn't even make sense how this happens.
Well, and it's a bit of a worry, and I think it has to deal with the internal COVID-19 measures in Brazil. And I think Anvisa just had to uphold the rules or the measures that they've laid throughout in Brazil, that UK is on the red list of Brazil. So any player from UK coming in has to isolate. And according to them, they are just claiming the players lied about their whereabouts in the last 14 days. So the reason Brazil Football Federation made an agreement for exemptions for these players, 4 players from the Premier League who are in the Argentina team: Emi Martinez, Emi Buendia, Lo Celso, and then Christian Romero, both from Tottenham Hotspur. But surprisingly, it beats my imagination why these guys are playing a game for a night. Just after 90 minutes, at most 2 hours, they'll be leaving the country back to Brazil, and these exemptions cannot be given them. And I think it also goes back to Brazil. They called 9 players from the Premier League, and none of the players was allowed to join the Brazil national team. So you can feel how COVID-19 it has absolutely nothing to do with FIFA or the CONMEBOL. And I think this goes beyond the football governing bodies. Hopefully, the Brazilian authorities and their medical unit, that is Anvisa, would have a very good resolution to the ban. Just like I said about Morocco's case, the calendar is loaded. When are you even going to fix this? And when are you going to have the right players available for the qualifiers?
One thing I can say,
it was made. The agreement was already made, but it looks like Anvisa wanted to just overrule the statement from the government. They just wanted to uphold what the measures that they've laid in place.
Yeah.
No exemptions for anyone. And I think that is what really got a bit worrying